Hey guys, well I'm out in the garage just sorting out my camping and backpacking stuff. Just kind of trying to minimize the extra junk to cut down on the grams and the ounces when we're out backpacking. And I just thought I'd show my stove. This is the stove that I use when I go backpacking. Most of the time I'm using the wood fire to boil water and stuff. I bring dehydrated meals. But you know, if the weather's like today and it's really wet and nasty out, I have a little alcohol stove. So let's get down to the bench here and I'll show you. So here's my my little alcohol stove. It's a Fancy Feast cat food container, and then inside it's got some fiberglass wicking, and then this is an old pop can, I think, that I just stuck down inside, and I put a rivet in it just to help hold it. It's pretty light. I forget exactly what it weighs, but all you have to do is use a little bit of alcohol. I use just methyl hydrate. I may as well show you the bottle. And you just add, you know, about an ounce or so is all you need. Make sure that that is off. It's not hot. And that there's no flame and no heat, because if you're fueling it up when it's still going, you're going to end up in some trouble. So you just once you put it in, the alcohol in the stove, you just let it wick up into the top. And once you light it, you can use a lighter or a match. I just use a ferro rod to light it with my my knife. There we go. You can see that it's all primed up. The wick has all the alcohol going up. Gets rocking and rolling. Got a little bit of water in the bottom, not too much. And you just put that on there and that'll boil in no time. Usually a couple minutes. I think a cup boils in 3 to 5 minutes, and 2 cups is 5 to 7 minutes or so, depending on the weather. And in my cook kit, I always carry some aluminum foil. So if this was really windy, I would just put this like this, help block some of the wind, depending on where the wind's coming from. I always keep a couple pieces, so this is long enough that I could almost put it right around, you know, to really block wind. But it's a pretty cool little system. It's pretty cheap, especially if you got cats or dogs or anything like that. I just fed the cat food to my dog. She was happy with the extra little treat. So let's go down here a little bit. You can see the alcohol just burning away. You do have to be careful with the alcohol because it's clear. The flame is usually pretty well, as you can see, it's blue, but if you're out in the bright sun, it can be really hard to see. So be careful with the alcohol. Make sure that that stove is not warm when you refuel it, or you may end up burnt. And if you're out in the sticks, you may be in serious trouble. There's nothing worse than a burn. Anyone who's had a burn knows it's serious business. So thought I'd just share my little stove. It's pretty handy. It's super lightweight. I usually just carry 2 ounces. That's 2 ounces of alcohol, and 1 ounce usually boils my water. So if it's real miserable out, I can stay under the hammock and boil up a cup of coffee or tea or chaga or bushcraft tea, whatever you want to do. And I use it as a backup. It's not how I rely on boiling, but you know, if I was going on a 5 to 7 day trip, I might bring, you know, maybe 6 or 8 ounces. But Oh, there you can see, starting to boil already. Oh, fogging out. You can see it's boiling already. Really doesn't take long. It's a great little stove. Like I said, I would bring you know, 2 ounces for 2 to 3 days. If I knew it was going to be really nasty, I would bring maybe 4 ounces. You know, 1 ounce a day, mainly just for coffee in the morning or something. But yeah, it's rocking and rolling. So cheers, guys. And you know, if you're bored and you feel like making a little alcohol stove, it's dirt cheap. They're kind of fun to make. There's all sorts of different ones. You can check them out on YouTube. Shug's got a good video. Spaguyver's got a good video. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, so check them out. And they're pretty simple, so they're great to have around in case of an emergency. They're great to have around if you're out in the sticks. You know, like I said, that all fits down the stove. The little bottle of alcohol. I have a ferro rod, a couple pieces of aluminum foil, my scrub pad, a couple aqua tabs for purifying water if my filter screws up. All that goes inside my cup, down inside the pot, and I'm golden. So it's a great backpacking thing. You could stick it in your trap bag. You could stick one in your car even, for that matter. Just a really simple and effective way of boiling water. So anyways, guys, it's time to go check on the smoker. So have fun. See yous.